that money would not go into the general fund to reduce a deficit. It would go into the Social Security Trust Fund. So Social Security has nothing to do with balancing a budget or erasing or lowering Social Security. Let's lay it to rest once and for all. I told you never would I do such a thing.
See, everybody think I'm crazy. But what the hell? But I want y'all to hear this. I keep telling you fools.
Totally funded. Payroll tax levied on employer and employee. If you reduce the outgo of Social Security, that money would not go into the general fund to reduce a deficit. It would go into the Social Security Trust Fund. So Social Security has nothing to do with balancing a budget or erasing or lowering Social Security. Let's lay it to rest once and for all. I told you would I do such a thing. But I tell you also now, Social Security has nothing to do with the deficit. Social Security is totally funded by the payroll tax levied on employer and employee. If you reduce the outgo of Social Security, that money would not go into the general fund to reduce a deficit. It would go into the Social Security Trust Fund. Social Security has nothing to do with balancing a budget or erasing or lowering Social Security. Let's lay it to rest once and for all. I told you never would I do such a thing. But I tell you also now, Social Security has nothing to do with the deficit. Social Security is totally funded by the payroll tax levied on employer.
Republicans got to get put down for treason, genocide, murder, armed robbery, extortion, blackmail, rape, sex trafficking. That's what all of these Republicans, Democrats, senators, governors, mayors have to be doing. They got to be put down, man. They got to be taken into custody by the United States military. Well, by the military. You can't call it the United States because they're not the United States, by the military. It's the military's duty to take all traitors and treasons into custody. Only the military got that power to take them into custody. And the penalty for treason in the United States of the Constitution, 1776, is the death penalty. They have to be sentenced to death. Every Republican, Democrat, Congress, governor, mayor, senior, all of them, for treason, because that's what they committed, treason, against the Constitution and against the people. See, in Article 2, Section 4, no president, vice president, no official officer of the United States government it goes for all government employees, from presidents, Congress, senators, vice president, Republicans, Democrats, governors, mayors, has immunity. None of them have immunity, and none of them are above the law. They can all be removed and prosecuted and put to death for violation of the Constitution. Now here we go again. You got your lying Republicans talking about they want to slash Social Security because they stole trillions of dollars out of Social Security funding. Now, if you steal it, you go to jail. You get locked up. There's no such thing as equal opportunity in the United States. There's no such thing as equal justice. You got to take justice into your own hands to protect yourself, your family, because that's in the Constitution. Anyone that serves service to any Republican, Congress, governors, mayors, anyone that serves judges and all of that shit. You's a traitor. You's a traitor. 1920s is coming back. 1920s is coming back. I said it back in 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005. 20s is coming back. 1920s. You have to fight for soup lines. You have to fight to survive. It's coming. I said in January. I said in December 2024. Y'all not gonna wake up until eggs are about $6, $8. Y'all not gonna wake up. Y'all not gonna wake up at all. It's time to remove this poison out of society. It's time to remove this corruption. It's time to remove this hate against humanity. All of you people that voted for Republicans are idiots. Straight up, you're idiots. Reagan was a Republican. And Reagan said, and he's always said, Social Security has nothing to do with the deficit or budgeting, nothing. Has nothing to do with it whatsoever. Social Security doesn't have nothing to do with the deficit. Medicare, Medicaid doesn't have nothing to do with the deficit. And who's these motherfuckers hurting? See, but do you know what the funny thing about it is that Republicans and Democrats, they get welfare. They get free medical care. When there's nothing in the Constitution says that they got the right to have free medical care. No, there's nothing in the Constitution. Fuck their law. Their laws don't mean shit because they can't pass no laws. They can't pass nothing against the Constitution. Their laws don't mean shit. Understand that now. You know? And you people don't get it, man. They have gas. They got food in their cars. They got Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, Tiffany purses, Gucci shoes. Their kids living it up. See, this is what people are supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be taking down Republicans, Democrats, senators, governors, mayors, everyone that has violated the oath of office and committed treason against we the people. We're supposed to hold them accountable. You know, we're supposed to hold them accountable like it says in the Constitution. Anyone that commits treason against the Constitution and the people, the penalty for that is death. No ifs and no buts. Taken out in the public and hung until they are dead. That's what it says in the original Constitution. Not what Congress tried to change the words in the Constitution or they can go to jail for 5 to 10 years. Fuck that. That is nothing in the Constitution. The original Constitution, 1776, 1882, 1898. Anyone, any official government, office, president, vice president, Congress, Republicans, Democrats, senators, governors, mayors commit treason, the penalty is death. No ifs and no buts about it. When will you people wake the fuck up? Now you got the veterans. Even some of the idiot veterans that voted Republican. That they wiping out payments to veterans. Payments to disability people that needs this. People that need Medi-Cal, Medicaid. That's genocide. Because they don't give a fuck about you. When will you people wake the fuck up? I remember back, man. We packed Washington, D.C., man. We picket Washington, D.C. back then, dude. It was even the National Guards stood aside. Because the National Guards know you cannot call the National Guards on the American citizens. Under no circumstances, no Congress, no Republican, no Democrat has the authority to call the National Guards on American soil. The National Guard is there to protect the Constitution only. Just like the military. The military's thing is not to protect the President of the United States. Whether you believe it or not, read your Constitution, your original Constitution. You don't take the oath to protect the President. You see, once the President commits treason, it is the duty of the military to take him into custody. That is their duty because they took an oath to protect the Constitution and the people. We got a foreign enemy. So don't talk about Russia. Don't talk about China. You fucking hypocrites. Y'all people stupid, man. Y'all people stupid. Vote these fuckers out of office. Up to me, I was a governor. Any Republican, Democrat, senator, senior officer, anyone in government in my state commits treason, they will be automatically put to death like it says in the Constitution. Anyone that commits treason, the penalty is death. They'll be put to death immediately. No ifs and no buts. There's no ifs and no buts. That's what it says in the Constitution. I go by what the Constitution say. Not your false words, your lies, your corruption, your conspiracy. America was never great. America was never the powerfulest country in the world. America was never the richest country in the world. America was built on murder, mayhem, slaughter, genocide, rape. That's what this country was built off of. And America was here way before these motherfuckers came. This whole land of so-called America belongs to the Indians, the blacks, and the Spanish. I praise and I salute the Mexican president. That is one hell of a lady there. I hope she kicked every one of you motherfuckers, Americans, out of Mexico. Make them get a visa. Make them pay to work in Mexico. But you people are so stupid. You think, oh no, even your stupid kids. You know, this new generation is so stupid. You know, it's amazing. You know, everything you got in your fucking house, in your car, comes from overseas, comes from Mexico, comes from Taiwan, China, Singapore, Philippines. Everything in your house comes from overseas. Everything in your car comes from overseas. Every equipment sold in the United States comes from overseas. Your food comes from overseas. Our oil comes from overseas. I don't understand these judges. They're getting paid big time money to let this idiot Moss to even be in the United States. He's a foreigner. He's an illegal immigrant. He ain't got no right to be in the United States. He has no rights to be in the United States. He is a foreigner. Ice supposed to be extraditing that son of a bitch back to his country. That's what Ice supposed to be doing. And stop saying people afraid of Trump. Fuck Trump. Trump's always been a punk and he'll always be a punk. He'll always be a sex trafficker. He'll always be a sex assaulter. He did it when he was young and he's still doing it now. Fuck Trump. And fuck this guy Moss. He ain't got no business open. And you people sit back and let this. I don't understand these fucking judges, man. You know, the only thing that I can understand about these fucking stupid judges is they getting kickbacks. They getting paid millions of dollars. That's who the IRS is supposed to be going after, these fucking judges. Because they not following the Constitution. Because everybody know, you got to have a work visa to work in the United States. This motherfucker ain't even from the United States. This motherfucker doesn't even have a residence of the United States for 14 years. This motherfucker's family wasn't born in the United States. So why is this motherfucker in Congress? Why is this motherfucker in our government? Because America is gone. So don't bitch about him raising the Hitler sign high off Hitler. Because he has been here. You people refuse to wake the fuck up right there in front of your fucking face, man. Fuck about all of these. First of all, no president has the right to pass no laws. Let's get that cleared right now. That's in the Constitution. 1882, okay? That's in the Constitution. No president has the right to pass any laws. He doesn't have the power to pass no laws. Presidents don't have no fucking power, dude. He not even have the power to pass executive orders, but you people keep going by this. The news media lies all the time, from Fox to all of them, because they don't know a fucking thing they talking about. Read your Constitution. Read your original Constitution. Marbury versus Madison. Madison versus the United States. President. Presidents do not have the power to pass no laws, executive orders whatsoever. The only one that has the power to pass laws is Congress. And if it's against the Constitution and the people, then the law is non and void. Period. There's no law whatsoever, like it never existed. Okay? You motherfuckers did this to us all. Every one of you son of bitches are traitors. You put a sexual assault person in office. So don't get mad when your kid or your wife or at work gets sexual assault. Don't get mad about that. And then you turn around and you let this motherfucker remove the DEI that protects from veterans, disability people, protects racism, and all of that. And these companies removed it. So you know what that means, right? They don't got to fucking rent to no fucking that body that's black, that's a mixed race, that's disabled. That's what that means now. They don't have to rent to none of us. Veterans, disability people, they don't have to rent to none of us. That's what that means. They don't got to even rent to blacks, Spanish, Indian, Mexican. They don't have to rent to none of us. None of us. So we have to start taking the law into our own hands, man. When this happened, we got to start taking the law into our own hands. No ifs and no buts. That's what we got to start doing. Taking back our rights, taking back our Constitution. We got that constitutional right to defend, to kill, to survive. We have that constitutional right. We got that right by God's laws. We got rights, unreasonable rights. We got so many rights, but you idiots. The same idiots that vote for this motherfucker, a sexual assault person, 34 counts of a sexual assault, a felon, where he can't fly out of the country of the United States under no circumstances. He can't go to no other country whatsoever because he can be taken into custody because he is a felon. He goes to another country, they got the right to take his ass into custody, seize his plane and everything. They got that right. And the United States military can't do a fucking thing about it, but get their asses knocked off. So they got that right. He can't go to another country for shit. And you let this motherfucker rob us all. Rob us all. And now you Republican. I lost my job. My husband just got a job with the government. Now he can't work. This fucking guy does not have the power to do shit. He cannot pass no laws, no executive orders. And you see, so funny though? He about to get impeached. Violation of human rights, humanity, genocide, corruption. And that punk Moss, he about to go down with his ass. Because see, they stole, listen carefully, the Republicans have stole money from Social Security. Stole trillions of dollars. It's time for them to pay up. Social Security cannot be touched by Republicans or Democrats because Social Security has nothing to do with the deficit whatsoever or balancing the budget. Nothing whatsoever. So what is the best way to cover up their thieves, their robbery to the people? Well, we're going to slash down Social Security. Social Security has nothing to do. And anyone in Congress passes that shit, they are traitors. They are scum of the earth. They have no right to live whatsoever. They have no right to freedom. They have no right to nothing. And that's in the Constitution. They committed treason against the people. They have committed robbery. You got this fucking Republican dude that's married, beat up his girlfriend, beat that white bitch down so good, it made me, I had to laugh when I saw the pictures of that white bitch, man. I cracked up. I ain't gonna lie about it. I said, that's good for you. And then they turn around and they say, the district attorney, the attorney general, did not sign a warrant. So in regular society, a bitch could say you assault them and go to jail without a warrant. But a Republican that beats their wives and their mistresses, they call them mistresses, but they're cheating, sex trafficking, raping girls, raping boys, they don't get arrested. I'm trying to understand the logic in that right there, man. First time in history of mankind, y'all have a president, because I don't follow no man or no woman. You got a white racist motherfucker that is corrupt crook. There's never been a millionaire or billionaire. And y'all need to stop saying he's rich, because he ain't rich. He's a con artist, a rapist, in office. You got Republicans for the same crimes, and none of these motherfuckers are in jail. Who the fuck gives you the right not to put these motherfuckers in prison for life and the death penalty? Because we didn't put you in office for that. Then you got the white people. We sold our house. My husband and my wife got a job with the school district. But fucking Trump, we voted for Trump. Good for you. I have no sympathy for no Republican that voted for Republicans. Because you're stupid. You are idiots. Anytime. See, we have a society of Americans, they're not even Americans. We have a society of idiots in this country. From their parents, their mothers, their fathers, to the kids, all idiots. All idiots. This new generation is so fucking stupid. It's overwhelming, man. You know, I asked the guy one day, I asked him, I said, hey, do you have I was at a gas station and I asked this guy, do you have an air pump? The guy goes, say, what? An air pump. Do you have an air pump so I can put air in my tires? This guy working at a gas station. He's no more than maybe 18 or the most 20 years old. All right. And he said he never heard of that. So I saw the other guy coming out, older guy. I said, hey, man, you got air pump? He says, yeah, you got right over there where that truck is parked. The truck is blocking it, matter of fact. I said, oh, okay. So I had to go over there to the Coke truck and ask the guy, could he pull his truck up so I could get some air in my tire, right? But my point, though, is that's how idiots this new society is, man. This new generation of stupid motherfuckers, man. There's no ifs and no buts about it. This new generation is some stupid motherfuckers. I had a girl at Target one day. I had cash on me, and I went to buy something. I had $100. I went to buy something at Target, and it came up to $32 even, right? And so I give her 100. I said, well, that's all I got is just $100 bill on me. I'm sorry, you know. So I give her $100, and she gives me back a receipt with the $100 in 20s. I said, ma'am, you giving me back? Why are you giving me back the $100? She goes, what do you mean? Look, it's supposed to be $32.10. I just gave you the 10 cents. Okay. I gave you 110 cents, $100.10. So why are you giving me back $100.25? I said, do you got a manager here or something? So they called the manager up for me and stuff. Well, assistant manager, whatever the hell you want to call it. I said, can I talk to you over here, ma'am? She said, sure. What's the problem, sir? This came up to $32.10. I gave her $100.10. Can you count this money, please? And she looked at me and she goes, she didn't. I said, yes, ma'am. She gives me back $100.25. I couldn't believe it. I said, so can you ring me up on a different register, whatever you need to do so we can straighten this out? So the lady did, man. The mentality of this new generation is gone. They are completely stupid. Okay, they care more about video games and all of this shit, like the idiots that hacked into our government payment. Why are these people? So they got access to all judges, homes. Well, that's good, though. That's good. So we can start paying them for the judges' addresses and FBI's addresses and shit, because they got no right to privacy neither. If we don't have no rights to privacy, they don't have no right to privacy. Fuck that. Let them have all that information. See, this is the time of age where everything of our information is being sold overseas. It's been doing that for years. And it had nothing to do with China, Hong Kong, China, Singapore, the Philippines, Mexico. It has nothing to do with them countries. Nothing to do with those presidents. Nothing to do with them, period. Our stuff gets stolen by our own government because they allow it. So we got the right to know their privacy. We got the right to know their social security number. We got the right to know their home address. We got the right to know what they shopping for. We got the right to know their bank accounts. We got that right because they have no privacy. No government official has privacy. No judges, no cops, no pigs, no sheriffs, no deputies, no Republicans, no Democrats, no presidents. None of them have the right to privacy. None of them have the right to privacy. You see? And you people got to wake up, man. You people, excuse me for my ear, I gotta go get my medicine. You people got to wake up. Man, y'all people better wake up, man. It's getting worse, man. It's getting worse. You know what's so funny? Is they have holidays, you don't. I don't believe in the holidays, man. I don't believe in the holidays. I don't believe in them at all. So y'all slaves, go ahead and keep giving them your money and stuff and work for them, okay? It's time to wake up, stupid people. It's if you don't wake up now, you never wake up, man. It's time to take back your freedom. It's time to take back and fight for your Constitution. Military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Where the fuck are y'all, man? Oh, that's right. Y'all going to war, not for the Constitution or not for freedom. Y'all going to get your asses killed for profit. Understand that now. Our military. Your lives are being taken for profit. It ain't got a damn thing to do with freedom. It has nothing to do with that. You are an asset of profit. See, each person in the military, our government got a bond on. All right? And they get paid when your ass is dead. Listen carefully. They counting on you to get killed in a foreign country. They are counting on that. That's what our government is counting on, for your ass to get killed in other countries. They are counting on that for you not to come back. You see, back then, during World War I, Vietnam War, the Korean War, motherfuckers that was on death row. This is what the government did. They took motherfuckers off of death row. Inmates. Death row. And a week training, that was it, if that. Give them the M16. You're going to sign this paper. Either join or you get executed within 72 hours. Period. You're on death row. We can execute your ass. You're on death row. Sign this. If you die, your family get a flag, free burial, blase, blase. If you come back, you get a pardon. That's what it was about, because motherfuckers refused to join the military. Because back then they were even smarter. Because the military, the wars have nothing to do with the Constitution or the freedom of the people. The wars have all to do with profit. That's all the military has to do is profit. We have lost more uncles, cousins, grandfathers, great-great-grandfathers behind profit, not behind freedom. America has never won a war. Wake up, you stupid assholes. America has never won a war. America has started wars in other countries. America has committed genocide, murder, rape, theft, extortion. That's what America government has committed. We have never won a war. The Vietnam War was kicking our ass because we went into their backyard. Into their backyard. You see, we are the hatest country in the world right now. We are. So when you get on the news, well, my daughter and her husband went out to the Philippines and they was kidnapped. Oh, President, can you help us find my daughter? Fuck your daughter. Fuck your son. You ain't got no business in another country. You see, you ain't got no business in another country talking shit and violating their laws. You got what you got. Okay? And somebody said, well, what about soldiers for hire? That was a murderers, man. So they come up on you, you kill them first before they kill you. Okay? That is nothing right there but a white henchmen. That's all they are. Okay? There's no such thing as army for hire for murder, okay, in the United States. All right? That's a bunch of bullshit, okay? Because they don't believe in no oath. They don't believe in shit. But money, just like the government, money. That's all they believe in is the dollar sign, all right? So let's get that fucking cleared right now, okay? Let's get that cleared right now, okay? Everybody in the military back then knew the truth. The military now are cowards. And I tell it to you in your fucking face, because if you're not fighting for the original Constitution, you're a coward, you're a traitor. If your motherfucking ass ain't up there tearing down the White House, taking the president into custody, Republicans, Democrats, and Congress, and senators into custody, you're a coward. That's the bottom line, you're a coward. See, we took an oath, and the oath was to protect the Constitution. That's what the oath was, to protect the Constitution. We do not protect no president, no government. We protect the Constitution. That's our oath, to protect the Constitution. Anyone that commits treason against the Constitution, we, the military, has the right to put them to death. No ifs and no buts. We took an oath to the Constitution of this country. The strongest words in the original Constitution, to protect the Constitution, to protect the ones that cannot fight for themselves. That's the oath. We did not take no oath for no fucking king or no queen or no dictator or no bitch. Our oath was to protect the Constitution that the forefathers put down there because they knew that the government would be so corrupt. It was we, the people, that made their salaries. We tell them what they get paid for and how they get paid. We, the people, got to bring that back. Cut their salaries down in half. Period. We, the people. So you can't get on no student because another student is taking a test for them and not in school because they are getting drunk or high or raping somebody and say that doesn't count because the Republicans and Democrats do the same thing. Do the same exact fucking thing. There's nothing different. When the fuck you idiots gonna wake the fuck up, man? It's time to take back our Constitution. Or shut the fuck up because you don't, if you got family, you don't give a fuck. And that's the bottom line. You're white, you don't give a fuck. But when it start hitting you, bam, you're gonna start caring. Peace out, assholes of so-called America, which this is not your country. Country belongs to the blacks, the Indians, and the Spanish. Take your racist ass back to your country, England. And Moss, fuck you. You ain't nothing but a fucking crook, man. That's all you are, is a fucking crook. Just like your bitch, Trump. Y'all need to stop listening to what these motherfuckers. If these federal judges do not put these motherfuckers in jail, these federal judges are on the take. IRS, start looking at these motherfuckers judges' banks accounts, man. Start looking at their bank accounts. Start seizing their accounts. Start freezing all Republicans and Democrats, Congress, senators, Republicans, bank accounts. Start freezing them shits, man. Start freezing them until we, the people, give you the right to unfreeze their accounts. They got to starve. And all over the United States, do not serve no Republican whatsoever. No groceries, no gas, no food, nothing. Throw them out of your stores. Their families, their friends, throw them out of your stores. Do not serve them whatsoever. And you got the right to refuse service to these motherfuckers. Remember that. You have that right. Peace out. I feel sick again. Just took my heart medication. My chest is hurting me bad.